Now, in the same lines of Panatipata, that physical assault. Now, Buddha talks about in a second way of violence, that is vihimsa. So, what is the difference between himsa and vihimsa? Is that in himsa, it can be knowingly or unknowingly, but in vihimsa, it is about knowingly hurting yourself or others. Okay. So, if I have diseases, it means I am having himsa. Okay. So it will show up as disease. So generally we would have done himsa. Now what is this himsa? You need to understand in a proper way. Himsa is of two extremes. Is kama sukhalukanu yogo is one extreme. That's himsa. Attakila matanu yogo is another himsa. Okay. That means going behind sensuality will burden the conscious experience. So when there is such an experience, it's himsa. Instead of getting into sukha, you're burdened by the dukkha. Right? That's himsa of a kama. Why? Maybe I don't agree with this. Now, if you look at Mahadukkha Khanda Sutta, Buddha explains why everything happens. Killing happens, then somebody torturing happens. All that is happening due to karma. Okay, that's himsa. Why that's an himsa? Because by nature, you're supposed to have the most comfortable life. Yes. By nature. That means you're not supposed to seek anything, but you're seeking. It's a himsa. So then how many types of himsa can be done? The one type of himsa is this, and the second type himsa is I need it. So then you do whatever to get it. So then it can be stealing, it can be adultery, it can be whatever, it can be lies, it can be slander, it can be all of that. That's how it starts, himsa. Because I'm seeing that somebody has it, I don't have it. So that's a burden. I want it. See, everybody wants everything. There's no being in this world who doesn't want anything. They want. Right? There's want. So the wants make himsa, violence. Now, what is violent about going to a job? Yes, there is violence because you want to do something. So you have to somehow bring the other person down for you to grow. So there would be competition. There would be comparison. And that's himsa, basically. The division is himsa. So in Samma Sankappo, he says Nekkamma Sankappo, Abhyapada Sankappo, Avihimsa Sankappo. Because without giving up this himsa, the burden cannot be relieved. So stop comparing, stop competing. That's it. No himsa. Don't compare. The moment you compare, you're in himsa. There's physical assault also. There's physical, everything will happen. That comes later. But the thing what we need to know is that it is violence. I don't still agree with this. Maintaining relationships, is it comfortable? Just check. You're burdened. So there is anger. If the person is accepting to what you say, everything is good. The moment that other person says no, then the himsa starts on yourself. Forget others, on yourself. You burn yourself. That's himsa. Clear? Still, I don't agree. Yeah, so you have to see what karma does. Karma incites violence. Okay, that's a answer I can give you. I still don't agree with this. Then you read Mahadukkha Khanda Sutta, because that's a starting point of dukkha. Okay, so what we have taken on ourselves is sukha, that is Brahma, Abhasara, Subhankina, these three places, where sukha is not ending and you don't have to do anything to get the sukha. Okay, now let's take coffee. If there is consumers for coffee, then there are producers for coffee. So then to grow coffee, you have to dig the ground, make it fertile, etc., for which you have to use force. And the fertility keeps on dripping away. So you need to put fertilizers. To make fertilizers, you have to do something. Then you have to yield. The crop has to have a great yield. So you have to use pesticides. So to make one item, you're going to have a himsa. Okay? Example of coffee or any food substance. To make that, there's a distribution. Then there is profiting. Then there is middlemen. Then there is distribution centers. Then there is, see, you just see the amount of dukkha to move from one to another. Actually, you're not supposed to do that at all. If you open up your eyes, you should get food. That's what is there in Aganya Sutta. You get food without doing anything. And you can just eat it. You don't have to cook. You don't have to have so many utensils. You don't have so many things. So you have so many things because it's dukkha. It's not you're enjoying it. You're suffering. So there is himsa. There's violence on yourself. You understand? It's not simple cooking. You might like cooking. That's foolishness. I'm a chef. Fine. You might be whatever. It doesn't matter. But you are taking so much of burden, which is himsa. Clear? And going to office and working for food. All that you're going to do is what? Food, shelter, clothing, medicines. For that, you have to find some profession. You have to do all of this, which is himsa. Because you can't do what you want. You have to do what others want. I join a company. I can't do what I want. What company says I have to do it. And even if I'm the CEO of the company, I have to do what market wants, not what I want. So it doesn't make any sense. It's himsa. So you're taking so much of burden, so much of strain, so much of effort to make two ends meet, which they don't meet anyway, but try hard, making it near. I'm almost there. It goes back. It's himsa. So because of this himsa, there is agitation, aversion, all of that, till physical assault. Now, in organization, you don't go with physical assault. You go with digital assault. You don't have to do any physical. So you just write an email which is sounding something, the anger comes. It's violence. Then there is uh, what's that? Sexual at workplace, whatever that is. There's so many things, right? So we have all kind of violence. Don't tell me there's no violence. And to top it all, we like violent movies, violent TV shows. Otherwise, there's no spice. If somebody were to play a very calm, soothing music, they won't like it. They need a spice. And the first violence is politics. Second violence is debates. Third violence is quarrels. Okay. Fourth violence is disputes. Okay. Fifth violence is ego. So there are five violence you can do on yourself or others. No, I don't watch politics. No, it's home politics. Son supporting mother, father supporting daughter. Politics. It's cheap politics, that's it. It's not expensive. When I say cheap, it's homegrown. So the mother sends a spy, which is the son, against the father. And the father sends a spy, which is the daughter. And daughter feeds information to the father, and the son feeds information to the mother. While there are no mother and daughter, father like that, just playing the roles. So there is himsa, stubborn. That's himsa. There's no uju. Sakko uju cha, suju cha. No straightforward and no uju. Stubborn. I need it means I need it. Violence. So then the father says, okay, pass with flying colors, I'll get you this. So the son or daughter would do that. Is that greed? Yes. Is there hatred? Yes. Is that delusion? Yes. Then is that violence? Yes. I'm working for promotion. Violence. I'm working for salary. If I get this much salary, I'll work. Otherwise, I'll not work. Violence. All that is violence. I don't think so. It's violence. There is aggressive behavior from the beginning itself. Right? If the manager doesn't give me, I'll threaten him or her. So what I do at end of the appraisal cycle, I would get some offers. Keep it handy. And the moment he or she says, no, only 10% hike, here it is, I got 60% hike. And now this person is left with no other way to convince his manager that now you see this person is a very critical resource and this and that. So from where do they remove this budget? Budget is budget. So some fellow, poor guy, doesn't get it. Or the entire team's salary is removed to so much to make 60% for this guy. He says, what 60? I got 60. You tell me how much will you give me? So then they'll go to another product line and they cut money from there to keep this guy. So he gets 80. Then he gets another offer, which is 100. It's violence. It's absolute violence on oneself because the ego is going to bloat up. Okay. So you have to cut it. So no comparison, no competition. These are the two things you have to remove. You didn't want it to be violent. If you compare, you tend to be violent. Don't even compare with your previous state. That turns violent. I was doing so well, now I'm doing well, not doing well is one. That turns itself into violent. Another side, I was not doing that well, I'm doing too well now. Ego will start. Again, violent. What is wrong in that? Nothing. You get agitated, that's all. And that's sufficient to break the Śīla. The coolness is gone. You get heated up. So, quarrels, disputes, arguments, all of that will happen. So, there is a sutta by that name, Kalaha Vivada Sutta. If you read that once, it's like a song, actually. So, he asked these questions Kuto Pahuta Kalaha Vivada Parideva Soka Sahamatsaracha Manatimana Sahapesunacha, like that. So then he says, Piya Pahuta Kalaha Vivada. Whatever one feels priya, liking to the taste, then the dispute starts. And the question is, Kuto Pahuta Kalaha Vivada. From what does this quarrels and disputes start? Parideva Soka Sahamatsaracha. That means Parideva means lamentation. Soka means grief. Saha with mascharya, stinginess. From where does this creep in? Manati mana sahipaichunacha. That means mana means vanity. Atimana means ego, too much ego. Sahapesunacha. Pesuna means pisunavacha, which is slandering. Why does it become? How does it become? So he says, Piya Pahuta Kalaha Vivada. Whatever one finds it to its liking, that is the source for this. So the violence, what I have on myself is because of the priya. I like this, but I'm not given that. So quarrels, disputes, arguments, everything will happen. So why does this happen? You compare. If I compare $1 equal to 90 rupees, that's sufficient for quarrels and dispute. Because greed sets in. Okay. Somebody sitting here transfers $10,000. I get 900,000 Indian rupees. But he's just transferred $10,000. but the amount is huge, 6 figures. So if you give 5 figure, you get 6. What if I was working in United States? Don't you think so that I would have been very rich? That is fear. So now I'm conflicted in myself that $10,000 if I were to earn in United States, I would have saved, I would have got 900,000. So what if my salary was 30,000 US a month or 40,000 US a month? I keep on multiplying that. And that creates disputes in me. So I turn violent. I need it. So what do I do? Find ways and means. Just like a couple with 2 children who went to Canada and wanted to come to America and they died. That's how this works. They sold all their things in India. Then they went there in search of gold, which never existed. So first the son died, a small child, somewhere en route. Then the daughter died. Then the wife died. And that guy died. It's a very chilling thing. Just a year and a half, I think so. So why? Fear, liking. Why do I like it? Because I'm deprived of it. So, violence. How does violence come? You compete. That's sufficient. All competitions so far to date, so called harmless, are not. No competition is harmless. It harms. There's nothing called as good competition. There is just competition, and the moment there's competition, you're divided. Which sports has seen non-killing? You take football, how people kill. Why that? Here in Bangalore, in Chinnaswamy Stadium, after India, not India, this Royal Challenge, RCB, they won the match. That entire stadium, the government and the authorities gave them permission to have a post-match celebration. That stadium can fit only 60,000 people. That day, 400,000 people tried coming, but they had 300,000 people official. 11 people died in stampede. Okay, just a year plus. Now, if that value was not given to that sport, nobody would have died. So you make him compete and compare. That's it. He will do what next has to be done, is to be turned violent. Okay. So if you don't want to suffer, don't compete, don't compare. Okay, so you should have this sankappa, avihimsa sankappa. Otherwise, it will take into panatipata very soon. It doesn't mean that you're physically going to kill that person. You'll at least kill him in a professional way or in a character assassination way. Okay, that's going to happen with these two things: competition, compare. Competition, compare. You compare and you compete. Beautiful thing. Then does that mean that we should stop doing what we are doing of measurement and all that? Yes, you should, just for the sake of it. Don't take it too personal that you're being tall means this, short means this, fair means this, black, dark means this. No, no meaning to that. This much salary means this much property means this. No, you have it, fine. Don't have it, fine. And that's it. Even when you're Sotapanna, don't compare. Even Sakadagami, don't compare. Anagami, don't compare. That's it. These three are Sekha. Anyway, Arhat will never do that. So don't compare. Just don't compare. And don't compete. So have a very peaceful life because you shouldn't compromise peace. You can compromise on anything, not peace. Because peace gives you sukha. The disputes gives you dukkha. Yes, Chirag.
So I think I keep thinking about Śīla from time to time, and I think based on some of the lectures I've been attending, I think what I am to understand it is anything that compromises your peace. If you notice that your peace is being compromised, you're most likely breaking Śīla. So you don't even maybe have to go through like all this and that. You just have to observe that, okay, my peace is being compromised. What is that action that's compromising it?
Yeah, that's fine. That's the reason I'm telling you. Peace equals sukha. Ultimately, you want sukha, be in peace. Whether the world is in peace or not, I don't care. Whether my wife is in peace or my husband is in peace, my children are in peace, I don't care. I really don't care. My peace, not peace of mind. My peace. My peace means no kind of judgmental things. I'm not judging anyone. I'm not labeling anyone. I'm not labeling anything. Just the base piece of it. The Śīla, coolness. The moment I do that, I know I have done it. So what breaks Śīla is Panatipatra. Because it turns violent. So you plug the non-violent, you plug it through non-violence. Don't be violent on yourself. Okay, let's say I read a news article. Is it peace giving or peace taking? 99% will be peace taking. Almost 100% by 99. No news is peace giving. Why? Is there any Dhamma subject there? How to let go of anything? It's all about how to get many things. So you have to compare, you have to compete. And that comparison, competition has been implanted as soon as you're born. And why India and China are highly competitive places? Because of the population. That means you have to fight to get the resource. So you tend to be competitive. And you tend to be comparing that when compared to him or her, I am here. So then what I should do? Shouldn't do it. That means I shouldn't enter into competition exams. You should. But there's no competition inside. It's just called as a competition. Nothing to do with me. Right? So I study for the exam? You should. You just now said you shouldn't compete. Yes, don't compete. Agreed. Writing an exam has got nothing to do with competition. It's just meeting the requirement. That's it. Let's say I do my PhD. Fair. But why should I compete for PhD? No, but uh, the person who has got the highest score will get it. Yes, absolutely. Agreed. That's a way of the world works. But why should you take it personally? Just meet the process. You're just meeting the process. You're not breaking the process, you're just meeting the process. The process says that 3 people are going to interview and I should have this much of grades and I should be ready for the interview. So then I get my seat. Fine, fair. That's a process. There's no person, there's a process. So I do the process. But I'm not competing at all. Even for a job by, let's say, director role or whatever role, higher roles, VP. Yeah, there's going to be an interview. Absolutely. There's going to be a panelist. Yes, there's going to be there. There might be multiple rounds of interview. Yes, fine. There might be others who come closer to my level. Yes, that's going to be there. But I shouldn't hate that other person who is closer to me. His knowledge or his expertise is almost near to me. That's fine. That's should be. It's nice. Because he's another being who is also in search of happiness. He thinks getting this is happiness. I know getting this is for food, nothing else. And that's the truth. So I will be there attending interviews. If I get it, good. Doesn't get it, okay, fine. I gave my shot. That becomes pure meditation because I'm not having raga, dvesha, moha in this thing. So the company selects, let's say they select me, take on the new role. There's no difference between my previous working and this working, except that the role is changed and the grade is changed and the salary is changed. And this day, it's a business as usual. What difference does it make? It's a strategy which changes. So from a non-strategic job profile to a strategic job profile. That's it. So I don't have to be a tactical person dealing with day-to-day things about the team and this and that. From today, I have to be more strategic or oriented. So I am taking a leadership role as opposed to a team-based role. That's fine. What difference does it make? It just changes from a team-based to a strategy-based, a tactical-based to a strategic-based role. So why should I hate it or why should I love it? No, they both don't exist. So if my manager says that, look, you've been promoted to this role, say, okay, thank you. That's it. It's actually BAU, business as usual. As far as the organization goes, they have set a new expectation on me now. As per them, I'm going to do something different. But as per me, I'm not doing anything different. Now, I had to work out more on mental state of coming up with some strategic way of working. So I have to come up with a lot of out of box thinking. than the usual brainstorming kind of thinking. So I have to be out of box. So to give new kind of solutions to the old problem in a different way. That's a strategy. So why should I compete? It's the same thing. It's exactly doing the same thing. No competition. Why should I compare? What's there to compare? There's nothing to compare. He's also wanting food. I am also wanting food. Nothing to compare. What is there to compete? He or she is also doing exactly the same job. I'm also doing the same job. Right. And the salary which I'm getting and going into my bank account, how much will I use? 20%, 30%, 40% of that salary I'm going to use month on month. I'm going to use for myself. The remaining, what's happening? Investing. Okay. How much will you invest? And for whom are you investing? Then I see it's a never ending thing then. So I give up. Not give up investment. Give up taking that investment is my investment. How much do I use? 20% of the earnings for myself. I don't think so. I'm going to use 20%, 10%. Actually, we use even less than that on ourselves. Whatever I'm earning, I'm using so less and becoming more and more stingy, mastery, because of the future. Future is a comparison. That's violence. Which future are you talking about? Which future? No, for the future. Which future? And that's quarrels and disputes. So you should work, absolutely. You should save, absolutely. You should do everything, but there's no future. What's future? There's nothing called future. It's an assumption you have a future. If you wake up tomorrow, you call it that as a future. And no guarantee for anyone. So then, why shouldn't I give up that? There's nothing called as future. Atita anagata pachuppanna. Anagata means future. What's there in future? Nothing. What has not come is not yours. What has already come is also not yours. What has gone away is also not yours. So why create violence? Just drop it. This is what I need to practice. So first, when the competition comes, cut it. Comparison comes, cut it. Be contented. This time, at present, I'm happy. Sukha. No, I need a 1 million in future. No, I think I require 10 million. Hold on. Do it. Not that you shouldn't. Don't call it 10 million gives me happiness or 1 million gives me happiness. Happiness has got nothing to do with what you have or you don't have. Happiness is about state of mind. In the state of mind, shouldn't have competition, comparison, which robs the contentment from you. Being contented is happy. Being discontented is unhappiness. So be contented. Santosa. Santusako subharocha. Appakicho sallahka ukavutti. It means your job you're taken just for the sake of it. Just to meet the bar. That doesn't mean that you shouldn't be career oriented. You should. That doesn't mean that you shouldn't be qualified. You should. But remember, it's only for sustenance. All of us are doing exactly the same sustenance. To sustain this body. That's it. You require air conditioner. Absolutely agreed. You require vehicles. Agreed. You require a house. Agreed. You require bed. Agreed. You require pillows. You require furnitures. You require sofa, this, that, whatever. You require electronic gadgets. You require every damn thing. Yes. Except that they're not you. Take it, use it, leave it. They are consumables. Just like tissue paper, you require. You require toilet paper. Yes, absolutely you require. The best toilet paper, if you want to use it. But it's still consumable. Because they are consuming oriented. They just keep on consuming. You require it. It's a repetitive process. The same way, computer is a consumable. Car is a consumable. Everything is consumable because it consumes, it goes. But you are not a consumer. Even if you're called as a consumer, you are not. You're not an animal to keep on eating. You are a being. Even if they call you consumer, don't consider you're a consumer. It's just a language to say or a label to be given that, oh, he's a consumer because we are the producers and then they're the consumers. For demand and supply, that's it. You are not demand nor a supply. If economics or economy or economists have to be there, then they have to build producers, consumers. Then you have demand and supply. Should you have more supply or more demand, or less supply, less demand? So it's a equation of demand and supply. And that's all what it is. So to create more demand, you create more competition. That means you take out the product from the market, it becomes scarce. So when it becomes scarce, the demand increases. When the demand increases, the price can be increased. And when the surplus comes, the demand reduces because the consumers reduce. So you have surplus demand. No, surplus supply. So then what do you do with that excess supply? Throw it because there's no consumer. But you are not a consumer. It's just economics. You're not economics. Competition is economics. It's not you. It's economics. Okay. And then you take the second one, comparison. It's also economics. You have to compare the markets, but you are not a market. Even if they say you are the market, you are not the market. So don't take things literally. You are not going to take it. The moment you consume that, you become violent. So don't do it. So it's only market and demand and supply. So if there are more professionals than the market, there's more supply than demand. So the job market is down. So more number of people are unemployed. That's what it would show. So the competition intensifies because the more supply and less demand. As in China and India, two big human economies, meaning so many human beings. That means so much of resources, but hardly any ground to put. So what do? Create competition. so that you employ only those which meet a criteria. That's economy. It's economics. It's not you. It's economics. So you're going to meet the economics. That's fair. So you have your graduation, your masters, and blah, blah, all that to meet the market. That's it. So why you have to compare that? No. In fact, they're comparing your skill. They're not comparing you. They don't want you. They want the skill. It's a skill matrix. It's a skill and grade matrix. You grade the skill, not the person. Nobody cares about the person. Care about the skill. You bring in skill. You are a skilled labor. In fact, they write you're skilled labor, unskilled labor. Are you labor? It's just a way of identification. But why should I compete for a skilled labor? I'm meeting the requirement as opposed to being that person. And then this madness goes away. So the violence is gone. When the violence is gone, no quarrels, no disputes. Peace comes. Okay, so today is the second thing about that, which is non-violence. Then you see compassion, because now you have seen peace. Now when you see people worried, you wish, hope they understand this. When you see animals competing, you feel only if they had known this. So all beings are destroyed by violence. And why do they do that? Because of comparison and competition. Competition for what? Food. That's all. That's nothing else. Either physical food or mental food or both. All these concepts are mental food. So there is competition. That's mental food. Technology, mental food. If you say science and technology, then marine, mental food. Okay. Then telecommunication, mental food. Automobile, mental food. Every industry is mental food. And all professions, doctor, engineers, there's that, all mental food. Okay, it is mano sanchetana, created out of mind as a concept. You put a label, including the marriage, that is boy and girl coming together, is consumerism. How? There is a producer, there's a consumer. Husband is a producer, wife is a consumer. If the wife is not earning, otherwise both are producers and the children become consumers. And then the demand and supply equation starts. And the husband will say, how much should I take care? The wife will say, okay, I'm taking care of that one, which you are not taking care of. So then this dispute starts because of comparing. You didn't do that, I'm not going to do this because you didn't do that. So there's no shared ownership because there's always comparison. So the moment I compare, peace is gone. To get back peace, I have to compete, which even more stretches out the peace. So there's no contentment. So what should I do is drop these two. So not able to understand this, we keep on running behind things, including running behind monasteries. It's same thing, comparison, competition. When compared to Sri Lankan tradition, Burmese tradition is like this. When compared to Burmese tradition, Thai tradition is like this. When compared to these three, Zen is like this, then that is like that. That all are same. It's disputes, quarrels, and disputes. Piya pahuta kalaha vivada. Yes, Mahayan, whatever, it is all the same. It's each person will say, mine is the best. That's what Buddha keeps on saying. That an idiot will always say, what I know is always the one which is the best, and others are false. Yes, Madhukar, go ahead.
No, Uday sir.
No, Uday.
Sir, since last 1 month, whenever I practicing awareness, I realize that whatever the topic comes in my mind, the next session or something gives me the solution. So
Good.
I don't. This is a very sweet activity like happening. Number one. Number two. Last time when we came to Bangalore and we went to the Fiji and everybody went there. So that market, I call it the market meditation. So we went there, mall meditation. So since last 1 month, sir, I was not knowing how to ask the question. Forget about getting the answer. But today you give me the whole question also and answer also, which I couldn't, my tongue or my mind couldn't throw it out. So, sir, since last 1 month, I am seeing that the nearest market available for me is my five khandhas in the body itself. And I literally started seeing this as a market. Like eyes want something, ear wants something, and then ear starts fighting with the eyes that you got a goggle. Now you didn't get a earpiece, so I should go for the earpiece. Then the leg starts fighting with the upper body. It's a good shirt, it's not a good pant. So in some way, somehow, I just once upon a time I used to have lots of like shouting in a typical fish market. अपने इंडिया में जैसे बोलते हैं मच्छी बाजार. So I used to have a lots of before this one, like अभी क्या शर्ट पहनना है, अभी क्या पहनना है, तो अभी पैंट कौन सी पहननी है. So literally I was in a really in a fish market because I was comparing and competing. Now the shoes अच्छा है तो socks अच्छा नहीं है, something like that. But then slowly, once I start seeing this as an real as a fish market, what should do? Why it should matter? उसका काम है शरीर के ऊपर ढकना बस, that's all. तो अभी rather than myself, the message is becoming peaceful. What are the shirts she offers me, I wear. What are the pants she offers, I wear it. What are the socks she gives, I wear it. So suddenly I started enjoying the fish market on the body. ये क्या हो रहा है, वो क्या हो रहा है. Now the demand had already becoming from my side, it is becoming zero. कि थाली में भी जो खाना दिया है वो टंग को जो मार्केट में चिल्लाना है वो चिल्लाने दो, वो खाना है, खाना खा लिया. और बाद में बाजू से ट्रक जा रहा है कि कोई पंछी आवाज करे तो कोई कान के ऊपर फर्क नहीं पड़ता है, और चलने दो वो उसका फिर. तो छह फिश मार्केट मेरे सामने रहता हूँ एंड स्टिल आई एम एंजॉय. जैसे हम तीनों ने मिलकर आइसक्रीम लिया था ना, आइसक्रीम खा के देखते इधर उधर. सो once upon a time when it was a chaotic and confusing and irritating, अरे ये क्यों नहीं हो. now I'm rather enjoy. कि मिस्टर ने बोला ये शर्ट निकालो वो पहनो, हाथ पहन लिया, वो रखा. शी बिकम्स फ्रस्ट्रेटेड रादर देन मी. या मैं जो भी देती हूँ वो अब कुछ तो बोलो कि ये अच्छा है कि वो अच्छा है, मैं बोला वो तेरा काम है, वो लेडीज है, तू तेरा काम कर, मैं मेरा काम सिर्फ पहनने का है. So it's a really good to see the fish market in the ice canvas, and it's really not name itself is a very fishy. It gives a very, if I enter into the this one, of course, like sometimes as a need, professional need, just वो कभी ब्लेजर पहन लेता हूँ, कभी कॉन्फ्रेंस में जाना है, मीटिंग में जाना है. That's वो भी also that also I tell the message she gives, I give. That's all. So the nice what you said is a peaceful. तो अभी तो मैं पास जब से आपने बताया कि आई शुड वॉच द स्कंदा, मैं अभी रियल टाइम बाहर के मार्केट में तो जाता ही नहीं, देखता नहीं हूँ. जस्ट चलते समय 3 फुट देखता हूँ, बाकी की दुनिया गई बाहर में, कुछ करना लेना देना नहीं. घर पहुंचना है, अपना अपना देखना है, बॉडी देखना है, श्वास देखना है. And slowly, I am also realizing that the frequency of coming back to the breath had increased. I don't want to call, I don't want to remind. It is happening spontaneously, and it's a very nice to inform you, sir, that so many times I'm experiencing banga, where maybe it is a 5 seconds, 7 seconds, but suddenly you just feel that you are nowhere, something like that. So thank you
Excellent.
for your teaching, sir.
Excellent. Good. Appreciate it. Yeah, so that's all for today on violence. So don't turn violent. And Monday, when we meet, we take grumbling. That's another way of violence. Keep on grumbling. That didn't happen. This didn't happen. That should have happened. This should have happened. I think so. This. Yes, Arif.
Yeah, I think from today, your explanation, I understand better why expectation is violence, because you keep on comparing against what should have been, right? Like you're never able to be restful in what has been become.
Yep. Always you want to change it. Want to make it the way you want it, just because you have comparison. Just throw that comparison. Makes no sense. Yes, Madhukar.
Sir, I just wanted to convey my regards and gratitude to the Mrityunjay and the Vinaben, because they made me reach up to the real Dhamma place, where I lost my all Shunyagar, I lost my all the Aranyas, so, and I just came back to Rajasthan with boiling tea and the mall meditation ice cream. So that's a very good sign. So I
Good.
think I'm very surely traveling towards the name like a Mrityunjay, deathless. So I think I will experience it and slowly feel, I think, nearby somewhere. I don't know, but the name itself, the Mrityunjay, had make me understand. Now, see, if I had to come back, I had to die. So why I should come back? That's all. Okay, sir. Thank you.
Thank you. Good. Yes, sir.
Sir, actually, the way Madhukar sir was telling, the situation is such a situation that I was in some trouble. The moment he told that I am going to help him, it relieved me from my trouble. No, I was very happy that somebody was there to take care of that job. So I was very happy. I was trying to tell how to meet that person and tell him that I am happy that he has relieved me from my struggle. So now it is in the reverse way. He is thanking me for having met me, and just I want to tell him thank him for that situation was such that situation. Thank you, sir. Thank you. I want to thank you first rather than you telling me thank you.
Anyway, you helped him, he helped you, and we are here. That's the truth. So don't compare how it came, it has come. Let's just enjoy. Peace is something which is inside, not outside.
Yes, enjoying ice cream, sir.
Yes,
Cool, calm.
I think when we meet again, we should have ice cream the way we had it.
Yes.
We'll have. So we'll make cool inside. Okay, so should we then end for today and meet tomorrow with grumbling? It's again a form of violence. Keep on
Not
grumbling.
tomorrow.
Yes,
Not tomorrow.
tomorrow Saturday.
Yeah, you said tomorrow.
No, Monday. Sorry. If I told tomorrow, then Monday. Yeah, Chirag, always
Here is in
welcome.
the sati. Here is in a quite sati, good sati.
Yes, yes, good Sati. Yeah, if I told tomorrow, no, I'm not tomorrow, Monday, as in Monday. Okay, all right. Good day and good night. See you on Monday.